Hey everyone, welcome back to Ridge and River. Today we're going to be checking out 3 top tier sleeping pads from Nemo and Big Agnes. We're going to be looking at the Tensor, the Quasar, and the Rapide. Let's jump right in. First, we're going to talk about the Nemo Tensor here. At just 15 ounces, this is definitely the most ultra light of the 3 pads we're going to be looking at. This one here is the regular, so it's just that 20 by 72 inch pad, nice and lightweight, great for backpacking. At about 3 inches of thickness and an R value of 3.5, this is definitely more of a 3-season pad, but it'll get you taken care of for all of your warmer weather backpacking and camping experiences. The Tensor is a great option, again, because it's so lightweight. It's comfortable with those space frame baffles that ensure that stability all across the pad, and that valve to blow it up is just super easy. That micro adjustable valve lets you really fine tune the firmness of the pad. It packs down small, so this one's really ideal for any adventure. Next, we're gonna take a look at the Nemo Quasar. It's kind of the big brother to the Tensor here. A little bit more comfort-based, a little bit wider, a little bit longer options. This one's coming in at 22 ounces for the regular, again, just to compare here, with 3.5 inches of thickness instead of 3 and a 4.2 R value instead of the 3.5. So a little bit more suited for 4 seasons instead of 3 seasons, and a little bit more comfort-based. This one also has that 3D body map design with a head baffle built in naturally. So for those of you who like to bring a pillow out into the backcountry, this could be a really good option for you. You know, it offers great support with minimal weight, so it's kind of a trade-off between comfort and lightweightedness, so a really great option for backpacking, but also translates super well into the world of camping. Lastly, we're gonna be checking out the Big Agnes Rapide here. This one is lighter than both of these options and has a little bit more lift than the Tensor. 17 ounces on the Rapide here with 3.5 inch lift and an R value of 4.8. So a little bit more backpacking focus, but provides more loft and a little bit more comfort and a higher R value than the Tensor. So let's jump into all these 3 pads a little bit more and check out all their features. As you can see here, both of these pads are pretty dirty. That's because both myself and Connor behind the camera there have used these things in the real world. So we're giving you some solid information, some real world testing here. So let's dive in and check out a few differences between the 3 different pads today. Don't use that. So like we talked about a little bit in the intro, you can clearly see there's a pretty big difference between these 3 pads when it comes to the thickness and the R rating, that durability, and that weatherproofing for all 4 seasons. So first here at the bottom, we can see the big boy, the Quasar here from Nemo, 4 inches of lift, 4 R value. That's a nice 4-season pad. Then we're gonna go into the Rapide here from Big Agnes at 3.5 inches, so a little bit smaller, but with a higher R value at 4.8. So again, a nice 4-season pad that's a little bit lighter weight. And then the really ultralight pad here, the Nemo Tensor, then a really ultralight pad here, the Nemo Tensor, coming in at a little bit thinner at 3 inches of lift and a lot lighter again at 15 ounces. So more ultralight backpacking, a little bit more backpacking comfort for a season, and then really ultra comfort backpacking into camping here between these 3 pads. Let's take a step away from the Tensor and check out the Rapide and the Quasar a little bit more in depth. Both of these pads are definitely built around comfort in the backcountry. So with the Rapide here, you notice we've got this quilted pattern here. Gives you a nice bit of loft at that 3.5 inches. And then the side baffles here are a little bit more built up than the middle to keep you from rolling off of that pad if you toss and turn at night. So that's definitely a really comfortable option. And then with the Quasar here, you can see there's that little bit of an increase as you go up. It's got this kind of natural head baffle here. So if you like to take a pillow into the backcountry with you, this could be a good option because you might not need to do that with that extra lift at the top already built in. Also, it's kind of hard to see with the camera, but there is the same little bit of a kind of etch here in the middle of the pad that provides that similar kind of rolling off. It's not as in depth as the Rapide, but definitely more built around that comfort as well. With the Tensor here, we're definitely all about ultra light backpacking. So, you know, it's got that very comfortable quilted pattern. It's got that liner built on the inside to keep you not so warm, but pretty warm on those cold nights with that 3 R value. So definitely a 3-season pad built around comfort, but it doesn't have any of those features like the head baffle pillow or the side lift here to keep you rolling off. So this one's just more all about that ultralight functionality to keep you going fast on the trail. Whether you're getting out into the backcountry on a hike, on a long distance trip, or just sitting by the car on a car camping trip, all three of these pads are really fantastic options. But long and the short, at the end of the day, Ultralight here for the Tensor, comfort in the backcountry, a little bit more for season, but also just focus on comfort at the same, similar lightweight to the Tensor. And then the Quasar is just all about that comfort. And then the Quasar is just really about that ultralight, really mega comfort. It is 2 pounds, but it does have a lot of those features, and it's 4 inches versus 3.5 and 3. So really more, all about that comfort, translating more into car camping, but can also go into the backpacking world with you a little bit. If you have any more questions about any of these 3 pads or any of our other backpacking or camping offers, you can check us out at ridgeandriver.com or on our socials. Thanks for watching, and see you on the trails.